Happy October, everybody, or almost October at least. October is my favorite month of the year. It is not just because it's my birthday month, but that's also probably why. Hi, Tony. Yeah, October is by far my favorite month of the year. I love all the Halloween stuff that comes out and everybody's just like in a good mood, probably from the sugar rush from all the candy that we consume, but it is what it is. Yeah, this is just such a like joyful time of year, and the fall season is always my best reading time of the year. I already had a kick-ass September. Just you wait for the wrap up. It's gonna be a long one. And I'm really hoping that I can continue the motivation to read into October, which I think I will. But yeah, I have a fat stack of books to talk about, so let's get into that. I actually went through my Goodreads and wrote in a note every single seasonal read that I could find, and as you can see, it is a very long list of books. So I'm not going to go through all of these, but I am going to at least go through the ones that I'm for sure reading because I either had them out from the library or I own them. And by for sure read, I mean hopefully read, because let's be real, I'm a mood reader and it's very possible that none of these books could get read, so it is what it is. I'm also not really going to get into synopses because there is quite a bit to go through today, but let's start with the library books. Actually, that'd be a good place to start. So I physically have out Painted Devils by Margaret Owen. This is the second book in the Little Thieves trilogy, I think it's gonna be. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forget almost everything about this, but I might have to reread the first book because I don't remember what it's about. My bad. And then over ebook and audiobook from the library, I have out The Phoenix Keeper by S.A. MaClean. This one I believe was a cozy, which I'm looking forward to. And I believe it's about somebody who looks after phoenixes, like a zookeeper kind of thing, but I'm not 100% sure. I've heard people talking about it and it sounds fantastic, so I can't wait to get to that one. Tony, come here. Come here. Hi. I also have out An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. I haven't read that other book by that author, but I do also want to read that one this month if I can. I can't think of what it's called. The Year of the Witching, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's that one. And then my holds that are coming in soon. The House Where Death Lives by Nova Ren Suma. I'm not really sure what this one's about. Actually, I placed a hold on this one because it would have been for a Aurelium prompt that I had. I think it was the one with the bat on the cover. I put it on hold and it's not going to arrive until October. It sounds really good and it's also an anthology, so that's great. Not a Halloween read, but Pole Position by Rebecca J. Caffery. This is a queer Formula One romance and that sounds fantastic. I love Formula One. I haven't watched anything from this season, but I really want to get back into watching it. I love it, which is weird because I don't actually care about cars at all, but I do really like racing. So, but yeah, I saw this and I'm like, I need that. I need that in my life right now, and that hold is coming in soon. And then I also have coming in October Looking for Love in All the Haunted Places by Kann. No clue what it's about, but based on the cover, it looks like it'll be a haunted house romance, and that sounds fantastic. This next one might arrive in October, but probably would be November, but I'll put it here just in case. And that is How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying by Django Wexler. I've heard people raving about this book. It sounds so good. It sounds hilarious as well, and I love a good funny book, so I can't wait to get to this one. Hopefully it'll arrive soon because I've been dying to read this. I've had it on hold for like I think 3 months now and it's almost time. I also have my hold for The Battle Drum by Saara El-Arifi coming soon. It's the sequel to The Final Strife. I loved that book. It was so good. It was like one of the best high fantasies that I've read in a very long time, and I'm just dying to get to the sequel. And my hold for The Ending Fire is also coming soon, so hopefully I'll be able to read them back to back. And then my last library hold is Angels Before Man by Rafael Nicolas. This one is a queer retelling. I think it's the fall of Lucifer, I think. Something like that. And then I have a whole stack of things that I own, so I want to go over some of those ones because I do really want to try and read more books off of my actual shelves because I like never touch those ones. So first up, again, not really a seasonal read, but I really want to reread the Sunbearer trial so that I can read Celestial Monsters by Aiden Thomas. This just came out recently and I can't wait to get to it, but I really want to reread this one first. I don't really need to reread it because like I do remember quite a bit of it, but I just want to because it was so good. So yeah, these two are going to get read hopefully this month. And then for another reread, I do want to read A Dowry of Blood by S.D. Gibson for the third time. This is one of my favorite books of all time. It's so good and so gothic and beautiful. I adore it. And I do also want to get to a Education in Malice as well too, which I believe is a sequel I'm pretty sure, but it looks so good and I'm so happy to have this in my hands. And then I would love to get to The Starling House as well by Alexis Harrow. I've heard mixed things about this. I've heard that it's pretty underwhelming, but I do really want to read it still. I love this author, so I kind of just want to read everything that they write. This cover is also stunning, and I'm pretty sure it's a haunted house sort of thing. Something to do with a house and like an inheritance, I'm pretty sure. Not entirely sure, but I'm looking forward to it regardless. And then we'll just stick with the same author. The Once and Future Wishes, also by Alexis Harrow. I've had this on my shelf forever. I bought it, I think the first week that it was released, and I still haven't read it. And I'm determined to read this one this month, or at least sometime this season, but hopefully this month. This one is a historical fantasy about, I think it's about the Salem witches, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure it has to do with the women's suffragette movement. Sounds great, and I really hope that I actually get to it this month. And then we'll just stick with the witch theme for now. I really want to get to The Near Witch by V.E. Schwab. I have started this before, but then I got sidetracked with something else and never ended up picking it back up. But V.E. Schwab is my favorite author, and I really want to read all their backlist stuff. And yeah, I need to get to this book so badly. It's also like such a perfect fall, especially like Halloween read. So this one will almost definitely happen this month. And then I'm really in the mood for some vampire stuff. So I want to get to The Beautiful by Renée Ahdieh. This one is a New Orleans vampire book, and that sounds great to me. That is such a good vibe, especially because I'm currently watching the show for Interview with the Vampire, and I'm just very much in the mood for that New Orleans setting so much right now, so I think this would really scratch that itch. Speaking of Anne Rice, I just picked up my very first Anne Rice book. This one is Pandora. I got it at a thrift store. I was looking for Interview with the Vampire, but they didn't have it. I really want to get into her works. They all sound so good, so hopefully this one will be a good one for me and will go along with that vampire mood. And then last off of my physical shelf, I want to get to The Book of Queer Saints, Volume 2, which is an anthology edited by May Murray. I got this one from the bookworm fair that I went to back in May, I think it was. There's a queer-owned bookstore in Toronto. They had a little booth at the bookworm market, and I picked this up from them, and I read the first story and it was phenomenal. And I just know that this is going to be such a perfect Halloween season read, and I need to get to this, so that'll definitely be happening. And then other than this stack of books here and the library ones that I already talked about, I'm just gonna kind of pick books off of that list that I have on my phone and just kind of mood read my way through the Halloween season, which is the best way to do things for me. But yeah, that is the TBR of possibilities. Let me know what you're reading for this month. I want all of the spooky Halloween recommendations, so please leave them down below. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later on. Bye!